Hey guys, Riothouse here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you notice in that introduction video, which was epic, they used actual World War II photographs in the video. If you didn't catch that, I recommend you guys go back and rewatch the video. That video was exceptional. Now, without further ado, today we are reviewing Panzer Corps Allied Corps, and this game is built upon the Panzer Corps game system, and it offers you much of the same gameplay and concepts used in the prior games. Now, this time you get to play as the Allies, however. So if you're a veteran of the franchise, this would be a continuation. And if you're new to the franchise, I have some good news for you as well. Not only is it an expansion, but it's a standalone expansion, so all you have to do is purchase Panzer Corps Allied Corps, and you can immediately begin playing without having to purchase any of the prior content. So, what does this game have to offer? This game has about 25 brand new scenarios, 50 new units and special elite units to play with, and they've tweaked some gameplay, mostly to support playing from the Allied perspective. Okay? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start a new game. Here you can see that you can enter World War II from 5 different time periods, 5 different campaigns. So if you wanted to, you can go ahead and hop straight into the game with D-Day if you wanted to. Or you can start in the beginning. And the beginning campaign is a series of tutorials, but it also has a historical perspective. So this is where we're going to be starting. But you can see over here, here's the Battle of Crete. Here's Operation Torch. And Husky, or Sicily, 1943. And then last but not least is Normandy, 1944. So yes, we'll be playing from Africa to Sicily and Crete and Italy, and then finally Operation Overlord, where we'll fight all the way to the Rhine and then continue on to Berlin. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm predicting that we're going to have an excellent Let's Play series here. It's going to be excellent and extremely gratifying for everybody. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and start. You can see here we can select our difficulty and the various game settings. We're going to leave everything on. We're going to be playing on Colonel difficulty, mainly because the game was play tested on this difficulty, so I think we'll get the best experience here for our level. Okay? Oh, also, there's an advanced tab for those of you who like to tweak the game to fit your needs. Okay?
Greetings, my good fellow, and welcome to the Western Desert. Bit of a situation developing here. With Italy now in the war and eager to exploit Hitler's victory over us in France, we must accept that our position here in Egypt is under imminent threat. The Italians, as you know, have a very substantial army just across the border in Libya. They know we're desperately weak, and they are massing. Very soon they are going to move on us in strength, and presumably aim for the canal. Until higher HQ can organize a proper defense, we're left to do what we can with the few forces at our disposal, and we'll waste no time. Your orders are to cross the border and undertake a harassing attack aimed at disrupting their communications and deployment. Drive between their border outposts, raid their roadways, and destroy their convoys. Every truck you destroy is significant. This raid gives you the privilege of firing the first shots in this campaign. You must make them count. Britain is at low ebb, with Dunkirk just a few days past. Britain needs a victory. Any victory. Press on now, and good luck.
Indeed. So let's go ahead and proceed. Okay, Allies turn 1 of 12 border raids, June 11th, 1940, 8 in the morning. The victory conditions here: destroy all 9 trucks from the supply convoy, okay, in order to get a triumph, or a victory if we destroy at least 3. Okay, good deal. Alright, and so here we are. This is your standard Panzer Corps hex-based map. We've been playing a lot of hex-based games lately, so this is familiar to us. And you can see here are our units. We have 3 units available. We have the 11th Hussars Charlie Squadron Vickers Mark 6. You can see our strength, the unit fuel, ammunition, and its entrenchment level. Now if you wanted to, you can go ahead and right click on a unit and it will give you a more in-depth screen along with the unit details here. such as their movements, their sight, their range, their initiative. Here are all their attack values against soft, hard, air, and sea. And then here are their defensive values, their ground defense against armor, air, and close defense. Close defense has to deal with infantry attacking you. And then the target type of the unit, whether it's soft or hard, etc. So different weapons do different damage according to what type of unit you are. Okay? So, and you can also, they keep track of the unit battle history. This is awesome. It'll show you when you got the unit, any of the kills that it's received, any of the awards, etc. Also, any heroes that are present in the unit itself. So as the unit gains more and more experience, it'll rank up, and you'll get heroic type people that become noticeable in the unit. So that's pretty cool right there. And then here are the the Italians. You can see here they have their trucks, their supply convoys, and we're going to go ahead and try to wreck these guys. Now you see these trucks over here are out of fuel, so they won't be going anywhere. And it kind of hints that the Italian army is already having supply difficulties, right? Okay. Oh, yes. Here are our 11th Hussars Alpha Squadron. They are riding in Rolls-Royce armored cars. Their reconnaissance unit, and here's their stats. And we have 2 of these units available. So without further ado, let's kick this war off, shall we? Alright, let's end the turn. Alright, so one of them's fleeing. Let's go ahead and try to catch them. Oh, and look at that. That's an enemy supply dump, and what's special about enemy supply dumps are if you find all of them on the map and destroy them, you get a special prestige bonus, and we'll go into prestige and what that is later on in this Let's Play, okay? Blammo. For eliminating the Italian supply dump, prestige has been awarded to you. And you can see we were at 200, now we are at 300 prestige. Excellent. Alright, now I want to explain to you a number of things. You can see that we got a couple ambushes off. What ambushes are is when an enemy approaches your unit and runs into it. When they have no prior line of sight to that unit, you get a free attack off. Now, this has to deal with unit spotting range and the fog of war. So keep that in mind when you're moving your units through the fog of war into enemy territory. Keep that in mind, okay? Oh wow, okay, you can see here the Convoy Escort, a group of AB-40 armored cars has arrived, and these guys look like they pack quite a punch. Yeah, they have a heart attack of 4. Let's look at our Rolls-Royce armored cars here. Yeah, we have a heart attack of 3, and our ground defense is 6. Okay, so they're a little stronger on the hard, a little less strong on the soft. But all we have is heart attack, so that's a good choice of unit for them to counter our vehicles. Alright, so let's try using our tanks. See, the heart attack of our tanks is even worse than our armored cars. That sucks. Okay, maybe we won't be using our tanks against them. Alright, so the best shot we have is actually to use our armored cars against these guys. Let's see if we can finish them off now before they become a threat later. Alright, so you see that they did their damage. They destroyed 5 of our armored cars already. So, wow, impressive. Alright, and so to end our turn, oh yes, here, you can see this ammo indicator here. That means that we have 1 round of ammunition left for the unit. So, if they engage in combat just one more time, they're going to be out of ammo. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that now. Alright, and you see the red indicator means we are now out of ammo. They won't be participating in any more combat until we resupply that unit. When you do want to resupply a unit, it uses up the unit's entire turn. All you gotta do is hit the S key or come over here and hit the supply unit button. Also, when units take damage, you can go ahead and give them replacements in the scenario itself. Doing so is going to use up some of your prestige, though. Prestige is your overall score throughout the campaign, so keep that in mind. Also, when you give them replacements, if you give them just regular replacements, just imagine a bunch of new guys coming into a unit. It's going to drop the overall experience of that unit, so keep that in mind as well. If you want to keep your experience high, then you're going to need to give them elite replacements, and that will put in replacements of equal experience into the unit, but it's much more expensive prestige-wise, so don't use it for just any unit. Use it for your special units, okay? Alright, so it looks like we've destroyed all 9 of the enemy supply trucks, so let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, look at that. I was wrong. They have more. That means we can go ahead and supply this unit. See, now that doesn't use any prestige. Just supplying a unit just uses up a turn in their action. This is a turkey shoot. Alright, and so that was the last of the enemy forces, and we received a triumph. Triumphs are very good, it means more prestige, okay? So let's go ahead and proceed. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and view the battlefield, see if you missed anything. And then you can also replay the game later if you wanted to. You can also save your replay. Some of the scenarios are more difficult than others, and if you have a friend that's struggling, maybe you can show them how you defeated a certain scenario. You can save that replay to show them, okay? So let's go ahead and proceed on to the next one. A brilliant success. You've delivered a major shock to the Italians and made a mess of their logistics at the frontier, exactly as we hoped. The damage you've done is certain to make them even more cautious, but your attack did more. It revealed a weakness in them that we did not fully anticipate. The poor fellows don't seem to be quite so keen for the task. Therefore, it may be time to act a bit more aggressively. Indeed, a good defense
with Italian forces
is a good offense.
Encouraging. Though our own forces remain very weak, the decision has been made to push harder and mount a more direct raid. Your objective is to seize Fort Capuzzo. This fort is one of the notable Italian bases on the frontier and lies just a few kilometers inside the Libyan border. Intelligence has not yet given us a complete picture of the fort's defenses, so you must reconnoiter carefully and with a particular concern for their artillery. It is their best arm, and destroying it quickly will go a long way to ensuring victory. While some of us may suspect that the Italians are not the all-conquering legionnaires Mussolini purports them to be, you must not underestimate them in this battle. They know as well as we that Capuzzo sits astride one of the key invasion routes and must be held if Comando Supremo intends to mount a credible threat to Egypt.
Comando Supremo. Alright, Fort Capuzzo, June 14th, 1940. So 3 days later, here we are attacking Fort Capuzzo. Alright, so to get a triumph, we need to capture all the objectives. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm always going to be trying to get a triumph, okay? But if we fail that, if we at least capture 2 objectives, we'll get a victory out of it. Alright, new equipment types are available for purchase and or upgrade. The Cruiser Mark 1. Okay, here's the Cruiser Mark 1 stats, as you can see. It's very much better at soft attack, and look at the hard attack value. That is awesome. So we might just go ahead and upgrade our Vickers to the cruiser. Let's see what the cost of that is. Okay, so the total cost to upgrade our Vickers to cruisers is 248. Now, I want to see what it would cost to purchase one outright. To purchase one, it would cost 248. Okay, so I think what we're going to do then is just buy... We can either buy a brand new one or stop using the Vickers, because the Vickers is overall a much weaker unit. If you recall, the let's see here, the heart attack is paltry. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be very useful at all in the future, especially as we start meeting more determined enemies other than the Italians. They are okay against... And they're slow. They're pretty slow, too. Actually, these scout cars are overall a better unit. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upgrade that unit. There we go. So now we don't have to worry about having a Vickers around anymore. Instead, we'll have the cruisers, which are much better. And then we have 2 scout cars. I don't think we can upgrade these, can we? No. Doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Okay. Here's another thing I gotta explain to you guys. I just placed a unit that was under strength. And when you start a scenario, you have the option to replace the strength of the unit. Now, at a discounted rate, very much discounted rate. So you can see here we for +1 strength, it's going to cost us 6 prestige. We won't lose any experience for the unit. So let's go ahead and do that, and then go ahead and deploy them onto the field. Now, we'll just use this scout car sparingly. We'll just use it in a scouting role instead of in direct combat, so they don't take any more casualties until we can reinforce the unit again. Okay? And then we have British infantry here, the 1st King's Royal Rifle Corps. Let's look at their stats real quick. Here are their stats. Soft attack 4, hard attack 2. Alright, ground defense is pretty good. Okay, so they're overall a decent unit. Let's go ahead and purchase some more British infantry, though, I think. Should I purchase more tanks, or should I purchase more infantry? Oh, if you look at the infantry here, you can choose what type of vehicle they roll in. So we can choose the lorry, which is a standard British truck, or the Bren carrier, an armored carrier. Very small, but much akin to what the American half-track would do, right? Okay, so I think we're going to put them in the Bren carrier so they're a little more protected when moving long distances. That's going to cost us 238, but I think it's well spent. These infantry will be with us for quite a long time. Alright, so that leaves us with 2 more units to deploy. However, we'd have to buy them. I'm going to hold on to the prestige for now so we can carry that over to the next scenario. Okay? So without further ado, I think this is enough to accomplish our objectives, which are up here, 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 and there. So we have 4 objectives to capture. Let's go ahead and work on that. You can also see we got some 25-pound artillery here, which is pretty cool. Alright, so the deployment phase is over. It's our first turn. Let's go ahead and open up on these infantry caught out in the open with our artillery. Alright, so you see we did some damage there, and we also put their number into the red. So that means that they are fully suppressed. So now we can attack them with impunity and hopefully destroy them. Alright, so yes, we did quite a bit of damage. Now let's roll up our tanks and hopefully finish these guys off. Very good. Alright, I'm happy with that result. Now let's move our scout cars up the road here. Alright, and you can see our scout cars have discovered some Italian infantry over here, and more Italian infantry holding that objective. Alright, and then these scout cars, I'm going to send up to the north, explore up here. Now the spotting range for scout cars is 3 hexes around, so they have an excellent spotting range. Very happy with that. Now these tanks, just because we upgraded them, doesn't mean that we kept the spotting distance. That was the one advantage that the Vickers had. However, these scout cars should fill that role just fine. So their spotting range is now 2 instead of 3. Alright, in order to deal with these infantry here, I want to move up our infantry. You can see over long distances they travel in a Bren carrier. Okay? And our artillery as well. So let's get our artillery deployed. Now I'm not going to worry about this group of infantry. They're just stuck in defensive emplacements. I don't think they're going to move out and attack us. And they're not guarding anything important. Alright, let's hit them with some artillery. Alright, so you can see that they're suppressed. So let's go ahead and get our infantry up into the mix. Alright, rugged defenses is basically an excellent defense, and it's random. So you randomly have the chance to get a rugged defense. Oh man, these guys are putting up some stiff resistance. Oh, and you can see this other group of infantry are driving around in lorries. Now when you drive around in lorries, just because they're in these vehicles doesn't mean they have hard resistance. The Bren carrier did, but the lorries don't. So this is soft. If they got hit by any tanks or planes or anything, they would get jacked up. So they're vulnerable in that state. Keep that in mind. Now let's go scout this area up here. Alright, you see they have artillery as well. Artillery have a range of 2, at least the artillery that we have and they have. So we're just barely out of their range. We can see they have artillery and infantry. Artillery next to infantry in entrenchments like this, artillery will fire a shot if you attack the infantry. So if I'm here, I'm attacking the infantry, we're going to get hit by artillery and the infantry. So you want to try to take out the enemy artillery first. Alright, let's hit him with our artillery again. Man. Okay, you can see the entrenchment of the enemy is 3. You can see it over on the right side of the screen under the 8th Italian Infantry tab, okay? So our artillery is starting to bust up their entrenchment level, which is good. Alright, so we were finally able to destroy them. And look at that. We found an enemy supply dump, so we know what to do with that, right? We'll start tearing that up right now. Alright. Now I'm going to try and use our infantry against this. Oh wow, okay, the soft attack value of this artillery is really good. I don't know if I want to use our infantry against that. Maybe we use our tanks and our armored car. Maybe some artillery as well. Okay, and you can see over here we just spotted some enemy anti-tank guns. They're excellent against hard vehicles, so hard targets. So we probably want to take that out with infantry. You can see their infantry attack is pretty low. Alright, so here we are attacking them. Let's hit them with some artillery first. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I accidentally moved our unit there. It's not what I wanted. Alright, we'll try to get our infantry in there to mop them up. Alright, so overall not too bad. Maybe we can have our infantry over here start working on that enemy anti-tank gun. And okay, we've scouted this bottom area. You see there's a supply dump there. We'll have to get that as well. Wow, the majority of the enemy forces are down here. It looks like they have a piece of artillery as well. So if we're going to hit this area, we want to hit it from the north. North going south. Okay, so let's get our infantry up and our artillery. Get our tanks over here. And we're going to soften them up with artillery first. That entrenchment over there is 8. A level 8 entrenchment. So attacking it with anything is going to be no good. So we're going to need to bust that entrenchment down before we do anything. Alright, so let's fire. Alright, so entrenchment dropped down to 7. Not too good. But we have some time. Let's go ahead and end the turn here. Alright, and we captured the point there. Oh, and there's 2 supply depots. Okay, so we'll move our armored car up there, start working on those supply depots. And then here, let's continue to pound these guys. Alright, entrenchment 6. I think that's pretty good. We can start working on taking these guys out now. Oh man, a rugged defense by the enemy. Those hurt. Another rugged defense, wow. Attacking entrenched positions always hurts, always. Alright, so their entrenchment level is now at 3. Every time you attack, it lowers the entrenchment level, so keep that in mind. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and move our artillery over here to prepare softening this area up. We'll continue to bombard them with artillery, and then hopefully by the time that arty's out of the way, the infantry will be softened up enough for us to just move in and destroy them. Okay. Alright. For eliminating the Italian supply dumps, prestige has been awarded to you. So look at that. We're sitting on 908 prestige. That is pretty good. We've already gained 508 prestige from this so far. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and end the turn. And that's right. We're going to need to scout over here before we can do any damage. So let's do that. And let's start bombarding. That didn't do anything. I don't even think it hit. Alright, so let's get, let's see here. Hard attack 4, soft attack 7, that's right. So this is going to hurt. I have a feeling this is going to hurt, guys. So let's go ahead and get our tanks in there. Well, that wasn't that bad. Alright, get our infantry over there. They got a rugged defense. But it wasn't enough to stop our boys. Let's see if our scout car can... Nope. Nope. I think that'll be it, actually. Okay, so let's end the turn. Have our tanks attack one more time. Alright, good job. Now, our arty's going to be out of supply soon, out of ammo. Alright, move our guys over here. And our other infantry unit over there. And our tanks over here. I kind of want them to leave their entrenchments and attack. That would be optimal for us. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. So when they do that, let's actually resupply our unit here. When they do that, you can see our boys already started entrenching. Up here they have an entrenchment of 4, over here an entrenchment of 3. It's awesome. When they attack like that, they're giving up their advantage. Like if we were to attack them, we probably would have taken all the losses. Yeah, we need to get this entrenchment down before we do anything. So we just resupplied our artillery. Let's start firing. Entrenchments down to 6. Starting to turn the odds in our favor, but you see we didn't put them into suppress mode or anything. So all right, one more turn. Fire! Once again, they weren't suppressed. Yeah, we're going to take some pretty nasty casualties should we attack. Okay, I think we have enough time. It's only turn 15. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Entrenchment level 6 again. There we go. We hit him. We hit him that time. Alright, and that suppressed them as well. That's good. So this should be a little better odds. Doesn't look like it though. Here we go. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. We actually did quite a bit of damage there. Alright, let's use our tanks. And our infantry. And why not, we'll just finish them up with some of our armored cars. Yes! Alright. And that will win us the game. Okay. They weren't quite done with us yet. They had to get their attack in first, right? Okay, so we got a triumph out of that as well. Alright guys, well, this has been a short review for the game itself. We're going to go ahead and continue on this game with a Let's Play series, kicking off in the next scenario here. But I'm Riothouse. Thank you for joining me, and stay tuned for more content from Panzer Corps, Allied Corps. Until then, happy gaming, and take care.